of the players, the head coach, Mike DeSico, the assistant coach, Garrett Whitworth, the manager, Jenny Cassidy, and the players, Bodie Autumn, Carter Boyko, Cohen Veller, Cole Cassidy, Eric Calistro, Ethan Tomasini, Hukam Kara, Jacob Whitworth, Jason Baiju, Joey Majak, Kian Murphy, Leo Azon Giacometti, Logan Simpson, Marcus Durante, Nash Gafer, Nate Wilson, Nathan Ballison, Rylan Kiarvik, Santino DeSico, and Ashton Henderson Dumont. Congratulations to our KYSA Boys Blaze team for winning gold medals at the Provincial B Cup Championship. And now, please stand, raise your scarves, and support your home Rivers FC and the visiting TSS Rovers. And now, please remain standing for the Canadian National Anthem. And now, announcing the
It's Sunday night. It's a hot
Rovers.
and humid Kamloops Hillside Stadium, and it's League 1 BC Men's Division action as Rivers host TSS Rovers in a game that could see TSS clinch the regular season title for 2024, the first time the club will have done that in the 3 years of League 1 BC. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall, and I'll have the call for you this evening on this one. Thank you for spending your Sunday evening with us. If you're watching this live, thank you for supporting League 1BC. If you're watching this on demand. For the visitors, TSS Rovers led by head coach Brendan Teeling. In goal, number 27, Connor Adams. Number 2, Josh Tomei. Number 3, Gabriel Escobar. Number 6, Ali Zohar. Number 7, Ivan Mejia. Number 8, Michael Hennessy. Number 9, Masood Habibullah. Number 14, Tyler Dillon. Number 16, Tristan Otumagi. Number 19, Koji Poon. And number 22, Kian Proctor. For Rivers, led by the 2023 BC Soccer Coach of the Year, John Antilov. In goal, making his second appearance of the season, number 31, Raphael Vlad. Number 2, Hagen Kim. Number 5, Elijah DeSantis. Number 7, Dylan Hooper. Number 8, Dylan Pau. Number 9, Ryan Lewis. Number 10, Tristan Jumeau. Number 12, Jonathan Rinaldi. Number 16, Ian Ferguson. Number 17, Will Cowney. And number 19 is Marcus DeAndrea. The man in the middle for this one, if my app will start working again. Referee for this one, the man in the middle, is Todd Wiseman. Let's hope he is a wise man out there. Victoria Warner, the first assistant referee. Second assistant referee is Heather Lloyd. Fourth official is Ryan Thurnhere. After his referee duties in the women's game, he's putting in some shifts out there. The match commissioner, Jarrett Bass. Rivers getting the action underway in this one, shooting from right to left in the first half in the orange jerseys with the blue stripes, orange shorts and the black numbers. TSS in their red jerseys with the white shoulders and the red shorts, going from left to right in this first half. We should be in for a fantastic encounter. It was goals galore in the first meeting between these two teams this season on Friday, June 28th. TSS came away with a big 5-1 victory. A pair of goals from Masood Habibullah, Tyler Dillon, Ivan Mejia and Michael Hennessy getting on the score sheet on that one for TSS. Ryan Lewis for Rivers. There's been 5 meetings in League 1 in the 3 seasons so far. TSS unbeaten, 4 wins and 1 draw, outscoring Rivers by 20 goals to 2. The last 2 meetings in Kamloops here, TSS won 4-0 in 2022 and 3-0 in 2023, yet to concede a goal to Rivers on their home turf. TSS, as I mentioned, coming into this one in first place in League 1BC. Rivers down in 6th. 3 wins, 1 draw and 6 defeat for the Kamloops side. 12 goals for is the lowest goals for total in the league. 21 goals against is the second worst in the league. They're sitting on 10 points just now. TSS will be looking to test them this afternoon, as for the first time this afternoon the pitch in some shade out there. And I'm sure the players will welcome that one. It is still very, very hot though down there.
Victoria Warner. Second assistant referee,
My
Heather
AccuWeather
Lloyd. And our fourth official, Ryan Thurnhere.
Says it's 35, feels like 34. It will get slightly cooler as this one goes on. TSS, 1 defeat in the season so far. That was 2 Vancouver Whitecaps a few weeks ago. 6 wins, 3 draws, 26 goals for. They're the biggest scorers in the league. 10 goals against. They've conceded the fewest in the league. That is the task that awaits Rivers this afternoon in this one. Rivers, 2 games left. They've got the Whitecaps next week and they need 2 more points to avoid this being their worst of their 3 seasons in League 1BC so far. Complete opposite of the women, who have had their best season so far, as Kim, beautiful ball out wide to Hooper. He cuts inside, feeds inside to Jamo, who goes for goal right down the middle. And Connor Adams gets his first touch of the afternoon in his second start of the season for TSS. That was a very quick transition play by Rivers, and what they will need to do this afternoon to keep TSS on their toes. Tristan Jameau, man with a shot there, leads the team along with Ryan Lewis, 3 goals apiece. Jameau also has 3 assists on the season, as does Dylan Hooper. They've been kept off the score sheet though 4 times in their 10 games. They have managed though to keep 2 clean sheets as well, and their record at home is 3 wins and 1 defeat so far from their 4 matches, so we should be in for a very entertaining encounter this evening. As mentioned, TSS all but clinched their 3rd straight Canadian Championship berth. Officially, 1 point does it. And officially, they need all 3 points to win the league. Probably just 1 though, due to the tiebreaker situation. I'll get a little bit more into that as we get through this one. Whitecaps made things interesting this afternoon with a barn-burning 4-3 victory over Burnaby, taking them up to 2nd in 19 points.
And Thompson Rivers University Athletics.
TSS 2-point lead at the moment. They can't be caught by altitude. The Whitecaps could still finish on 22, which would see them win the regular season title if TSS don't get anything from this week or next week's game in Harbourside. As we get a head injury there, going down is Ryan Lewis. And we'll have some water breaks in this one, as we did with the women's game as well, due to the hot conditions. And if you weren't with us for the women's game, just a reminder, no ball kids for this one as well, just due to the heat. And the referee just giving a firm talking to Josh Tomei. Had a chat with some of the travelling Swan Guardians between the 2 games there. Made the long trip up from the lower mainland for this one. Looking to see history made for their side.
Yellow card caution given to number 2, Josh Tomei.
Tomei getting a booking from the referee there, just 4 minutes in for that challenge on Ryan Lewis, and it brings up a free kick for Rivers. Kim standing over this, as he is for a lot of the set piece duties for Rivers. He'll send this high into the Rovers box. In fact, he doesn't fully connect with that. Just falls to Koji Poon, who just boots that into the sidelines. That ball just carries over. And I mentioned the Canadian Championship. TSS obviously represented L1BC last year and this year in the Canadian Championship. Whoever wins the regular season title will advance to the 2025 Canadian Championship. Vancouver Whitecaps, of course, can't have their academy team in there because their first team is in the tournament. So the assumption, and it is just an assumption, is that even if TSS finish 2nd, which is the worst that they can do just now, they would have that berth. But that has never been confirmed, and they could still give it to whoever wins the championship game if it's not the Whitecaps. So TSS don't want to count any chickens. They want to make sure by actually clinching and earning that spot, and 3 points this afternoon would do that for them. Rivers enjoying a good spell of possession here after TSS's fast start. Pow. Good diagonal ball from the Englishman. He'll be hoping he has a better day than his country in the Euros this afternoon, that I thoroughly enjoyed listening to on the radio in my drive up to Kamloops. Dylan, long ball forward, looking for Masood Habibullah. Those two link up so well out there. Vlad off his line, looking to play it. Almost got it taken off his feet there by Mejia. Vlad only in his second appearance of the season, and he can't afford to hesitate like that out there. The 18-year-old from Port Moody. He's a rookie with Thomson River Wolfpack last year. Didn't get any playing time. First season as well for Vlad in League One. He played in the PCSL last year with Port Moody. But he's got a good training, trained by Port Moody Executive Director Serge Jakanovic, the former Whitecaps goalkeeper and the former Montreal goalkeeper that let in the 6 goals that cost the Whitecaps a place in the Canadian Championship in the last decade. Mejia pinches off that loose ball. Quick actions there from the Colombian. He goes down in the box into the challenge of Vlad. He's looking for a penalty. Referee having none of it. And Wiseman points for a corner here. Remember, if you want to get in touch during the broadcast, you can do so on Twitter, /X at AFTN Canada. That's AFTN Canada. If that is not your thing, shoot us an email, aftncanada@hotmail.com. Ali Zohar over to take this corner for the Rovers, their first of the evening here in Kamloops. A lot of bodies in the 6-yard box, a lot of traffic in front of Vlad to deal with this one. And Zohar! It's an Olympico from Ali Zohar! A stunning goal! And TSS Rovers have the lead 10 minutes in. Ali Zohar, take a bow. As soon as it left his foot, I was going to say that's right on the head of Vlad. I didn't even get those words out of my mouth. It curled over the keeper into the back of the net, and the Rovers have the lead here at Hillside Stadium. That is Ali Zohar's first goal of the season as well. What a way to get it. 3 assists as well for the SFU alumni. Such a rock for this TSS Rovers team.
Scored in the 10th minute by number 6, Ali Zohar.
I think in all the games I've done, it's the first Olympico I've actually got to call, so you don't see them too often. Here comes Habibullah, TSS now pushing forward. Lovely interplay there with Habibullah and Hennessy. The return pass though, just cut out by Hennessy. Looked like Habibullah had strayed offside anyway for the return ball when he is in full flow. He is a hard man to stop as the Swan Guardians get the smoke out once again. Not sure how much they brought. They let off 5 goals in the first game. Let's hope they have a big supply, because this could be another high-scoring affair out there. Rivers will be hoping they can get some of the goals himself on the score sheet. Just over the head there of Mejia. 11 different scorers for TSS coming into this one. Zohar becoming the 12th now. Masood Habibullah leading the team on 6 goals. He's the second highest scorer in League 1 BC going into this weekend's games. 5 behind Billy Biopoulos from Harbourside. He's going to have to go some to catch him. As a long ball over the top here for Mejia. Vlad quickly off his line and dealing with that. The important thing here for Vlad is that he cannot let that goal play on his mind. He just has to get on with it out there. The Rivers fans in full voice below us trying to cheer the side back into this one. Dylan out to Poon. Picked Picked up by Hennessy. Poon gets it back. Loose ball. Otamagi coming in. DeSantis. Big boot to send it up to Gabe Escobar. Proctor making the overlapping run. Mejia, the Colombian, with the fancy footwork, trying to dance his way through. Habibullah now. Little give and go there. Koji Poon, just combine his two names. Trying to play that inside his SFU teammate, Michael Hennessy. The two of them, between them in their rookie year for the SFU Red Leafs last year, were absolutely outstanding. Poon 8 goals and 3 assists, whereas Hennessy won the GNAC Rookie of the Year with 13 goals and 3 assists. A lot of current and former SFU Red Leafs on this TSS side. Habibullah, last year's Golden Boot winner in League 1 BC. Got the crucial goal last Sunday at Kinsman Field that sent the Rovers back to the top of the table with their 1-0 win over Altitude, the only team that could have caught them for the Canadian Championship. They won't rest on this 1-goal lead though, TSS. They'll certainly be pushing for some more. They'll make the long trip back to the lower mainland a lot shorter if they can come away not only with the 3 points, but the regular season title and that Canadian Championship spot. It's looking good for them so far, but still a long way to go in this one. Proctor just overhits that. Rivers have got some dangerous players, one of them being Ryan Lewis. I see nearly knocked that one away. Instead now, it's Poon at the other end for TSS. And Poon with the foul. Started the season strong, Koji Poon, and was away with family down to Japan for a couple of weeks. Back in the team and back in the starting lineup for TSS for the business end of the season. Zohar plays it forward to Mejia. Habibullah, touch and turn. Powering forward. Keeping hold of the ball and back to Mejia. He's got his dancing shoes on tonight, even Mejia. Zohar will just play it out to Dylan. Cut inside. Nice ball outside to Poon. Dylan Pow, though, closing that down well. Really liked what I've seen from Pow in his time with Rivers this year. Another one of the many Thomson Rivers Wolfpack players on this team. From Woolwich in England. His rookie season with TRU last year, where he played 13 games, goal and assist. Not his first college year though in North America, coming off 3 years at Peninsula College down in Washington State as well. But he was a good pickup by John Antilov. As the Wolfpack will be hoping they can have a good start to the Canada West season that's coming up, and this is a good test in League One to get some of the chemistry going with these guys. Dylan now. Otamagi, nice chip ball over the top, looking to try and play in Mejia. Rafael Vlad off his line quickly to deal with that one. And the Rovers win themselves a free kick at the halfway line. Gabe Escobar looking for a yellow card. Referee just telling Rovers to get on with it. Otamagi, Jimo hustling away there, but Otamagi does well to keep hold of the ball and is still battling away here, Tristan Otamagi. Now plays it outside to Mejia. Proctor making the overlapping run. Mejia finds him. Proctor, good delivery into the box. DeSantis clears. Now it'll get brought out by Rinaldi. TSS will win it back. Good press and play. Gabe Escobar is going to get called back though for the foul there on Habibullah. I think TSS would have preferred the advantage to be played there by referee Wiseman.
Rivers FC wishes to thank our premier level sponsors: Falls Away Media, Hub International Insurance, Westside Dental Center, Interior Plumbing and Heating, Howell Electric.
The Rovers now
MLA's
get a free
Todd
kick
Stone and
opportunity,
Peter Milbar,
36 yards
Tourism
out from
Canvas,
goal.
Planet First Consultants, and Red Tomato Pie Pizza. Thank you from Rivers FC to all our premier level sponsors. Probably
Too far, you would think, to really go for goal, but we know the talent Ali Zohar's got, as with Gabo Escobar. And it is Escobar. He's going to chip this one in, though, to the back of the box. Comes out to Mahia. Lewis tussling away. Gets that one. Springs DeAndrea up the left-hand side, who tried to play that into Jumeau, but snuffed out by the Rovers, and Zohar can't keep that one in under the pressure there from Lewis, and Rivers going to get a throw in here midway in the Rovers half. Pau. And good hustling play there from Habibullah. Rovers just moving it along the back line. They're a team that doesn't like to force anything, but they've got explosive attacks that can just get going at any moment. Here is one of those players, Kean Proctor. Saw him make his debut in League One last year on the wing. Has kind of transitioned into a left-back role for the team this year. I'm going to be interesting to see when he gets back into the college ranks as to whether he's going to be played as a left winger, left wing back, or a left back. But he's good in all three of those positions. Has been a key performer for TSS this year. The message coming in to this week from everyone of our Rovers persuasion was, we're not counting any chickens until it's all mathematically secured. Even though they beat this Rivers team 5-1 a couple of weeks ago, they showed when they beat Altitude 6-0. The return match was just a 1-0 win, so games can be very different between two teams in this league, especially when you factor in a long travel day like TSS have had. Jamal just hesitated there and got that taken off his foot. Rivers win it back, and Lewis trying to play in Hooper. Lewis and Hooper really linked up superbly this year, done quite a few of the Rivers matches over the course of the season, and I'd say their 6th place in the standings kind of belies the football that they play. John Antelov's got this side playing some really nice stuff out there. They just haven't been getting the breaks in front of goal, they haven't been getting the results. And they will feel that a few breaks here, a few breaks there, and things could have been very different for them. In the standings, as things currently stand out, officially eliminated from playoff contention a couple of weeks ago. But they will fight to the very end, and as I mentioned, with so many of this team being Thomson Rivers Wolfpack players, they want to get a little bit of chemistry going as they try to repeat that historic 2022 championship run. They sort of win their first U Sports title.
Earlier today, Vancouver Whitecaps FC Academy 4.
And we're going to get the first water break of the afternoon here, or evening I should say here. I don't even know what time it is myself. So, while the players are in a water break, League 1 BC would like to acknowledge the following league partners. CIBC, the league partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League and League 1. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League and preferred match ball for League 1. Macron, work hard, play harder. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer is the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch Canadian national team matches and every CPL match from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire and unite. And while the players continue their water break and we hear the wonderful music of Squeeze, one of my all-time favourite artists, great musical choice we have here at Hillside Stadium, I've got to say. Up the Junction is what is currently playing. For those of you listening at home, I'll just have a quick water break myself. And we're back underway. Just going to be one water break in each half in this one as temperatures have cooled slightly and we are in the shade. I'm still happy that I'm in the air-conditioned press box though and not down at pitch level. If you've never taken in a game out here though in Kamloops, I highly recommend that you do. One thing, it's a beautiful drive, but once you get here as well, it's wonderful hospitality from everyone at Rivers and they put on a nice game day experience. Food trucks, beer gardens, and it's a beautiful view as well. As you can see, we're in more picturesque venues in League 1 BC. That's the long ball forward from Zohar. It's kept in by Mejia. Trying to get past Ferguson there, but Ferguson doing a good defensive shift. Forced back in the end to Proctor, who sends that in. Dangerously flicked on there. That could really have gone anywhere, but I'm sure he knew what he was doing as it falls now to Kim. Cowney. Little smack in the face there for Hennessy, completely accidental. Nothing in that at all from Will Cowney. And the referee just asking him if he needs to go off for any attention. Obviously you have to be careful with any knocks to the face or head. Wonder if it might be a little blood coming from his nose there as well. Remember, you can keep up with all the action across League 1 BC, League 1 Ontario and League 1 Alberta on the new League 1 Canada app.
Player number 8, Michael Hennessy.
You can download that for free from Apple and Android stores or wherever you get your apps from. And it is a fantastic way to keep up to date with the league. They've done a really good job with it. And as things get into the business end of the season, it is a vital tool to have to follow the league. Ali Zohar's 10th minute Olympico is the difference between these two sides right now. Rivers though pushing to try and find equalise. That's a lovely crossfield ball from Kim to Hooper. He's done so much damage on the wings for Rivers this year. Hooper cuts inside, good delivery to the back of the box. It's just over the head though of Ryan Lewis. Just had a little bit too much on it. And Lewis, a little frustrated figure out there, the man from Nelson and BC. One of the older players on this Riverside, 27 now. Although I should probably check my ages because I did update these at the start of the season and some of them might have aged, as I found out from Jenna Baxter, who is a year older than I gave her credit for. But I'm sure she won't be too mad at me for that. Ryan Lewis is indeed still 27. That is one of the many things you can check on the League 1BC app. And we're just past the 27th minute here at Hillside Stadium. Dillon. Thought he was going to run out of room there. Well kept in though by Poon. Jamo battling away. And Josh Tomei over with the big boot. Tomei will know some of these players very well. Tomei, a UBC Thunderbird. Thunderbird Wolfpack rivalry. Certainly a good one in Canada West. I've enjoyed calling the games the last few years between these two teams. Pau. Nowhere to go, and DeSantis thought about playing that back to Vlad as Habibullah just straight through the back of DeSantis there. He is a bit of a bulldozer at times, Masood Habibullah, in both good and bad ways out there. He is a handful to defend against, and he is in a rich
TSS Rovers, number 8,
vein of form right now for TSS. 2 goals against Rivers a couple of weeks ago, 2 goals against Burnaby the following week, and 1 goal last week. It's 5 goals in 3 matches for Habibullah, and he is hoping to add to that tally this afternoon. But for now, it's Rivers looking to add a goal to this one.
Local public eatery.
It's going to be a corner kick, and Marcus D'Andrea is going to make the long trudge from this near side of the pitch to the far side to take this corner. D'Andrea, another one of the players that's impressed me for Rivers this season. He sends in an in-swinger. Adams punches that one away. That's a lovely ball from Habibullah up to Hennessy. He's got Mahia streaking forward and Habibullah as well. Hennessy just held on to that a little bit too long there, and it allowed 2 Rivers players to come back. And it's the captain, Rinaldi, that takes it off Hennessy's foot there. Ferguson shown good footwork himself there to sidestep Mahia. And Adams quickly off his goal line to deal with that one. I thought that one was going to be going over the fence and into all the bushes. I would not want to be chasing that one down. Does manage to stay in though. Who knows what's down there? Ah, Student Union building. Not Wilson Bears like I was thinking it was. Could be more dangerous with the Student Union building. But anyway, Rivers back on with the action. Escobar now for TSS. Didn't see anything in the channels to play that up. The Rovers will just build again out of the back. Ali Zohar has been in the thick of the action for TSS this afternoon, or this evening. I can't get used to this not being an afternoon game. Zohar now, long ball forward for Poon to try and chase down. He does well, touch back to Hennessy. Dillon plays it in Pau though. Blocks it, ball comes back to Dillon, who goes down under the challenge there of D'Andrea, who ushers the ball out. Dillon appealing to the linesman for a free kick there, but that was just a good 50-50. You'll notice Hennessy had got a little bit of bloody nose there from the accidental knock with Cowney, and has the cotton wool stuffed up it just now. Rovers will not want him to go off, so they'll hope that that is under control. He's been such a key player for them this season. And of course, their goal-scoring hero in the Canadian Championship is the ball played forward there for Poon to try and run into from Mejia. TSS getting close with these balls over the top, but not quite finding the right one yet. Rivers still very much in this one and playing some of the better football as well the last few minutes. Pau. DeSantis bringing it forward, plays that into Lewis, who goes for goal, and he finds the bottom corner, and we're tied up here at Hillside Stadium. Ryan Lewis, a beautiful strike, nestles in the bottom left corner. Nothing Connor Adams could do to keep that one out, and Ryan Lewis has his 4th of the season, and Rivers tie it up at 1 apiece. 33 minutes gone here at Hillside Stadium in Kamloops. Lewis has been such a dangerous player for Rivers this year. Right on the back of the net yet again. He scored against TSS in the first meeting between these two teams last month.
The 33rd minute.
And what did TSS have in reply? Mejia still has the ball at his feet, wins a corner for his side. Elijah DeSantis, incidentally, that was his first assist of the season on that Lewis goal. And it wasn't a corner to TSS, as you saw there. It had gone out for the goal kick. And Rivers will slow it down. Back in the match here. TSS will have to do it all over again. Kim flicks it on. DeAndrea closed down well by Tomei, who sticks a leg out to slide and put that one into touch. Rovers concern there for that stretch there from Tomei. Calling the trainer on. It's taking a little bit of time to get in there. Now they're waving him off. Tomei up, holding his left shoulder though. I think there was a slight initial fear that it may have dislocated there, but was at full stretch and just landed quite heavily on the turf, but looks not too much worse for wear. He just tries to roll it out. And Rovers will be down a man for this throw-in. DeAndrea. Inside to Cowney. DeAndrea gets that straight off the face, but Rovers win the ball back. Habibullah, lovely footwork, plays that forward to Mejia. Returns the favour now. Here goes Habibullah. Kojipun knocks it past the two players, but can't get it past big Dylan Pau. And Rivers will get themselves a goal kick here. Into the last 10 minutes of regulation time here in the first half. There'll be a few minutes of stoppage time for the water break and a couple of injury stoppages that we've had as well. As Kim just launches that into the car park. TSS quickly though on with the throw in. Zohar didn't find the pass forward that he was hoping for. And Rovers instead will recycle it out to the left. Proctor, nice little shoulder down to get past Jamo, but that was well read by Rinaldi. Ferguson now trying to get that up the wing to Hooper, but it's going to run out. Proctor quickly gets on with the throw-in for the Rovers. Hennessy holds off. The first tackle goes down under the second one from Jamo. I think that was well won there by Hennessy. But Rovers again quickly on with it. They want to get back into the lead. Mahia. Proctor out wide. Lots of space to send in a good cross. Onto the head of Habibullah, who can't direct that. Onto goal. And it just runs out. Probably not as exciting as I made that out to be, but having seen Masood bury headers like that for the last couple of years, I fully expected that to be goal bound. Just couldn't fully get the direction on that one. Rivers playing it out short from the back. Pressurised, but coming away quickly with it. Breaking fast forward now as well. Jameau, touch outside, looking for Hooper. Didn't have the right direction on that, and Proctor reads that and snuffs the danger out. Escobar now. Loose one from the El Salvadorian international. D'Andrea to Kim. We know he's got a good strike on him. He chips it instead to the back of the box to Hooper. He brings it down well. He's got Proctor in front of him. Nice little shimmy. Keeps it in as well. No, he doesn't, says the far side linesman. Looked like he had. Must just have gone over that orangey red line. As TSS just gets straight back onto it. It's a ball forward for Habibullah to chase, and Vlad out to deal with that. Rovers throwing deep in the Rivers half here. Dylan waiting for some numbers to come up. Proctor chips it forward here for Hennessy to run onto. That was well defended though by Ian Ferguson, who just ushers that one behind. Again, living dangerously at the back. This is a high-pressing, quick front line for TSS, and Rivers looking to have longer on the ball than the Rovers are going to want to give them. It's just resulting in cheap giveaways and turnovers for the home side. Otamagi. Gets a return pass from Habibullah. It's cut out though by Ronaldo. He's battling away in the middle. Hennessy takes off his feet. But here now for TSS. Gives it back to Hennessy. Can he keep this one in? He does, but runs out of real estate, and Ronaldo there to mop up the loose ball and send it up for Lewis, and it just takes a touch off his arm. It's going to be a free kick for the Rovers. Quickly taken, too quickly for referee Wiseman's liking. Final 4 of regulation in what's been a very quick, fast-paced first half here. Habibullah doing the good shielding job that he can do and winning the free kick as well. Didn't see anything wrong in that challenge, I've got to say. But TSS will not complain. This one is a little bit closer. Surprised not to see Mahia standing over this one. It kind of feels in good territory for him.
To stick around at halftime for a special presentation for the upcoming BC Summer Games.
And it looks like Habibullah might go for this one. He is keen to try and close the gap in the Golden Boot race with games fast running out. We've seen one spectacular TSS goal this evening. Habibullah goes for the free kick and he finds the bottom corner. Masood Habibullah, his 7th of the season. A stunning free kick strike in the 43rd minute here. And the Rovers have the lead again over Rivers. here at Hillside Stadium. We know Masood Habibullah's got a sweet strike on him, and that was a beautiful. He kept it low, round the wall. Rafael Vlad couldn't see it fully, I think, as that came through. Couldn't get down to it in time. Even if he had, the perfect placement there from Habibullah. And the Rovers are back in the lead here in Kamloops. And back with one hand on the regular season title. And Habibullah dispossesses DeSantis there unfairly, says referee Wiseman. Masood Habibullah now 4 goals behind Billy Biopoulos from Harbourside in the Golden Boot race. It has been a spectacular late run from the Whitecaps Academy alumni. 6 goals now in his last 4 matches. He is on a goal-scoring tear. Poon plays it back to Dillon. It's going to come back to Koji Poon. It's a nice long ball forward here for Hennessy to run onto. Well read though by Vlad, who's quickly off his line. Pau pressurised by Poon. But Rivers again managed to get it out from the back. It's chipped over here for DeAndrea to chase. Tomei, it's coming together between those two again. Kind of looked like their heads had kind of knocked together as they ran through there, but Tomei can't stop that. Coming out for a corner as we're in the last 15 seconds of regulation time here. There's going to be a minimum of 2 minutes added on here. So it might have been a little bit more, to be honest, with the stoppages along with the water break. Kim, though, sends it deep to the back of the box, headed back into the danger zone. Acrobatic attempt by Pau, and DeSantis spins around and tucks it away. And we're back level in stoppage time here. The ball was just bouncing around the box there. Pau went for the acrobatic highlight reel goal. It fell perfectly to DeSantis, who spun around and through a crowd of players tucks it away. And it's Rivers 2, TSS 2. A 3rd goal of the season now for Elijah DeSantis. I'll have to watch that back to see if Pau will get the credit for the assist.
Rivers FC goal scored by number 5, Elijah Dos Santos.
And watching it back, I would say that's an unassisted one for DeSantis. It feels like it bounced off the TSS defender after Pau missed the bicycle kick. DeSantis started the 2023 season with TSS and was in their squad for their Canadian Championship game against Valour before returning back here to Kamloops and to play for Rivers. Tyler Dillon now. So hard, nice ball over the top, didn't quite get the direction, cut out there by the man of the moment, DeSantis, and referee Wiseman blows the half-time whistle. We are tied at 2 apiece at Hillside Stadium here in Kamloops. It's been an exciting 4-goal thriller so far. An Olympico from Ali Zohar opened the scoring 10 minutes in. Ryan Lewis tied things up in the 33rd minute. Elijah DeSantis set that one up with a powerful run forward. Masoud Habibullah restored TSS lead in the 43rd minute. And then a minute into stoppage time, DeSantis tied it up again for Rivers. And that's how we are at half-time here. It's Rivers 2, TSS 2. Join us in 15 minutes for what is going to be a cracking second half of this one.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the BC Summer Games being held in Maple Ridge on July 18th to the 21st, we'd like to present our Thompson Okanagan representatives for the upcoming games. This is the U15 BC Summer Games boys team representing the Thompson Okanagan. And now the roster. The head coach, Mr. Noah Figueroa. Number 1, Leonardo Erdeli. Number 18, Logan Nickel. Number 14, Daniel Such. Number 5, Steven Hernandez. Number 23, Gage Hanna. Number 17, Jackson Seminutin. Number 16, Jacob Fraser. Number 7, Kian Murray. Number 6, Nash Gafer. And number 3, Cole Creed. Number 12, Carter Boyko. Number 8, Hukam Kara. Number 10, Grayson Leckie. Number 9, Alex Moss. Number 4, Joseph Prusner. Number 15, Ethan Tomasini. Number 27, Logan Simpson. Number 11, Mason Stemio. Number 19, Cohen Veller. And no number, Liam Major. Best of luck to your Thompson Okanagan representatives at this year's BC Summer Games held in Maple Ridge, July 18th to the 21st. Let's give a big hand for our athletes. Good luck, boys, at the BC Summer Games. Welcome back, soccer fans, to second half action. The score at the start of the second half, visiting TSS Rovers 2, your home Rivers FC 2.
Welcome back to Hillside Stadium in Kamloops. Sorry for the slightly late start there. I was just checking any half-time substitutions. We're tied at 2 apiece. It's been a highly entertaining first 45 minutes. What does the second have in store? Substitution for TSS. Try and work out who has perhaps gone off here, but coming on is number 13, Kyle Jones. TSS adding a veteran present to their ranks out there, and Jones such a key part to their Rover success these last few years. Mahia takes that away from Jamo, and Mahia putting on the Jets now. Touch inside, looking to try and play that to Habibullah, but DeSantis reading that very well and playing it up the field as Lewis goes through the back there of Proctor.
Substitution at halftime coming into the game for TSS, number 13, Kyle Jones.
Trying to work out who's made way for TSS out there. I think it's number 3, Gabe Escobar has made way. So an attack-minded substitution there from Brendan Teeling. And it is Rovers pushing on the attack here. Dillon. Touch inside to Otamagi. Mahia now trying the deft little touch inside to Jones. Cleared though by Rivers. Rovers win it back. Mahia doing well to hold off Jamo. Threads that through lovely to Jones. Bit of fancy footwork. Falls to Hennessy. And the deflection takes it past Raphael Vlad, and the Rovers are back in the lead. 48 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes into the second half. It's Rivers 2, TSS 3. Michael Hennessy with the shot, getting his third goal off the League 1 BC season and his 4th goal for the Rovers in 2024 to go with his Canadian Championship goal. And after getting themselves back level just before half-time, Rivers have it all to do once again as they're chasing the game.
TSS Rovers goal scored in the 48th minute by number 8, Michael Hennessy.
Rivers though straight back on the attack. Feel this half is going to be very much like the first. It's just going to be end-to-end stuff. You've got to admire these guys putting the shift in the hot conditions down there. The temperatures has dipped to a balmy 32, or in my case, a far too hot 32, but the players do not seem to be getting affected by that as Rivers have the throw now. Kim with a long throw high into the box Tomei heads it clear. Comes back in. DeSantis brings it down, gets the shot off. Lot of traffic in front of him. And DeSantis almost getting a second goal for him on the evening to go with his goal and assist so far. This is a game of twists and turns, and who knows what is lying in store for the remaining 40 minutes here. One thing is certain, you do not want to take your eyes off this one. Rovers just moving it along their back line. Incidentally, the assist on that Michael Hennessy goal went to the man that just came on at half-time as Habibullah gets in front of goal, and it's just does enough there to knock that off his feet, but the Rovers pick it back up. Mejia into Kyle Jones, what an impact he's had, sends a dangerous one across the face of the goal, and Habibullah, you would have put your money on him putting that one away, just eludes the big striker. And Rivers breathe a huge sigh of relief as TSS rampant right now. Just to finish what I was trying to say earlier, that was Kyle Jones' first assist of the season, 3 minutes after coming on at half-time. Rivers now at the other end, Zohar plays it back to Adams. He's been beaten twice already this evening. He will not want to get beaten again. Connor Adams, another goalkeeper that's come through the conveyor belt of goalkeeping talent in the Whitecaps Academy. So many goalkeepers, so few goalkeeping positions in the Whitecaps that players have to move on. We're seeing them around Canada in League One, at college and in the CPL as well. The likes of Marco Carducci and Callum Irvin. Tomei, long ball forward, can't keep that one in. That's going to be out for a Rivers throw-in just inside their own half. They quickly get on with it. Oh, helter skelter out there. There goes Kyle Jones again. What a fresh lease of life he has brought in. Habibullah takes a look up and it's turned in to his own goal by Elijah DeSantis. He put one in that net earlier for his own team. He's put one in now for the opposition. And the Rovers have a 4-2 lead in the 53rd minute. Second own goal to favour TSS this season as well. And rampant Rovers to start this second half. They've got that 2-goal cushion now. They have one hand on the regular season title, 1 foot in the Canadian Championship door, and they'll look to see this one out and make the long journey back to the lower mainland all the more pleasurable if they can leave here with
TSS Rovers'
2
fourth
wins
goal, an
for
own
the
goal
Rovers.
scored by number 5, Elijah Dos Santos, in the 53rd minute.
Unfortunate own goal there for DeSantis, who's had a fantastic game for Rivers and was certainly in my frame for players of the game. But here come Rivers up the other end. Oh, and they nearly pulled one back there from Ryan Lewis. I feel this is how this one is just going to play out. It's just going to be going from end to end. So strap yourselves in. This could be a high-scoring affair. Rivers within inches of pulling one back there. Proctor played that back. It comes up for Jones, who's battling away out there, and free kick goes against him with Hooper. Friendly coming together between the two adversaries there. Cal Jones, a lot of pent-up energy from not playing the last few weeks. Jones, one of the players that plays in the winter season in the VMSL with Coquitlam Metroford Wolves, the BC Provincial A-Cup champions.
This ROVERS FC
They
free
will be
kick
going
brought to you by
to
our bronze
represent
sponsor, United Flooring.
BC at Nationals
ROVERS
in
FC
Surrey
free
in
kick.
October. As Kim will send this free kick, and that's a good delivery from the Korean. It's not cleared by TSS. Comes back into the danger zone. DeSantis up there again. Pau. He can't bring it out the turf and turn. Little foul there on Otamagi by Pau. TSS though get it out. Jones turns on a dime, sends that forward to Habibullah, and he couldn't get onto that one, and taking no chances at all was Will Cowney there. And Proctor unable to keep that ball in. And Rivers will get a throw in now. It's a different game for Rivers, chasing 2 goals to the 1. Connor Adams, big boot up over the head of Habibullah. Mahia dancing his way past, looking for the free kick, not getting it though, in the tussle of the 2 number 7s. Jabo, TSS have done a good job at keeping him quiet this afternoon. Trying a delicate little back heel to play in D'Andrea, but broken up by the Rovers here. Rivers missing Justin Wallace, who has been so good for them in recent weeks. He is on the bench, and you have to think you're going to see him sooner or later. For now though, Rivers will get a free kick, 35 yards out.
This ROVERS FC free kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, BDO. ROVERS FC free kick.
Hagan Kim standing over this one with Jonathan Rinaldi. Rinaldi walking away. He's going to leave it to the Korean. 3-man wall for the Rovers as Connor Adams in the middle of his goal here, not giving up anything here to Kim. We know Kim has a sweet strike. What will we see here from him? He sends it high into the edge of the box, and it looked like a little potential shove there on Ferguson. That's what he was appealing for. Referee not interested, but it is going to be a corner for the home side.
This ROVERS FC corner kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, Scott Peace of Edward Jones Investments. ROVERS FC corner kick.
A lot of traffic in front of Connor Adams here. Mahia going in to try and even it up. Corner sent in over the head of everyone, and a flying DeSantis meets that. Can't keep that header down though, and that's high and over for Rivers. And so hard, just not on the same page there as Dylan, and whipped back in, looking to try and find the head of Lewis, headed clear by Tomey. Cowney now. again sent into the box by Rivers, and again cleared but not too far by the Rovers. Cowney overruns that though and manages to stretch his leg out and get it forward. Here's Pow breaking forward, nice little touch inside. Shimmy to the outside, sent into the 6-yard box, looking for Lewis, and headed clear once again by the Rovers, this time by Proctor. Rivers knocking on the door here. It's been a good response to going 2 down. Jamal taken off his foot by Jones, who plays it back to Habibullah. He's in on goal here. Mahoussoud Habibullah, and a good save. The legs there of Raphael Vlad. TSS though keeping the pressure on. Poon back to Hennessy, who slips at their most inopportune moment, but that is going to bring up a TSS corner. Habibullah, you thought he was going to get his second off the night there, not to be. And the Rovers will have to settle for a corner instead, which Jones will be over to take as we get a Rivers substitution here. Making way is the number 17, Will Cowney. Coming on is the aforementioned Justin Wallace.
Rivers substitution, leaving the field, number 17, Will Cowney. Coming in for Rivers FC, number 25, Justin Wallace.
Not on the same page there, Jones and Mahia, but great recovery play by Jones. It's whipped in onto the head of Habibullah. Comes through to Zohar, back to Habibullah in front of goal. He's appealing for a penalty, he just couldn't get the shot off there. There was no penalty in that at all, and he was trying to see what he could get. And the Rovers should have had a fifth there, but denied by Vlad and the Rivers defence. Proctor trying to play in Mahia. Hooper though over to knock that one into touch. We're past the hour mark here. Rovers half an hour away from a history-making win. Rovers also set to make a substitution. Looks of it, Eric Edwardson is going to be coming on for TSS. Proctor hits the byline but closed down well by Ferguson, and it's going to bring up another Rovers corner here. Eric Edwardson still getting back to full match fitness after that injury playing for BB5 in the VMSL earlier this year. The 2022 Golden Boot winner with 10 goals. Not what you want to see if you're a Rivers fan right now, is a man of his lethal in front of goal coming on. Referee Wiseman just speaking to the Rivers keeper Vlad there. Suhar with a corner. This time he can send it straight into the goal, and Vlad out to deal with that danger. Wallace now. It's great to see him back playing on the pitch again as Proctor snuffs that one out. Mention I've watched Justin Wallace play for SFU, for UBC. Oh, that looked like that could have been offside, but Jones decision came on into Habibullah, who can't connect with it again in front of goal. That's 3 good chances for Habibullah in the last few minutes that you would have put your house on and burying. As Koji Poon making way for TSS, Eric Edwardson, the man coming on wearing the 18 jersey today. He's been fluctuating between the 18 and his traditional 11 due to some issues with the lettering and numbering on his number 11 jersey. And the armband getting given to Double E as a mark of respect there from Tyler Dillon. You see the frustration all over the face of Kim there as he didn't time that through ball the way that he wanted it. Rivers will get another chance here. Pow. Wallace, that takes a bounce up. He's hassled immediately by Mejia, but he comes away with it, the veteran.
TSS Rovers substitution coming out of the game for TSS Rovers, number 19, Koji Poon. Going into the game for TSS Rovers, number 18, Eric Edwardson.
DeSantis, long ball forward there, and it's going to bring up a Rivers free kick from a dangerous position.
This Rivers FC free kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, LNG Finance. Rivers FC free kick.
Kim standing over this one again. 67th minute, midway point, the second half fast approaching. Rivers looking to reduce the deficit once again here. Kim floats it in, it's bouncing about, falls perfectly there to Ian Ferguson, who gets his shot off. But Connor Adams more than a match for that one. The Rovers now bring it out. It's a loose one from Edwardson, still finding his feet out there. Pow plays it forward to Wallace. He's got room to run here. Driving forward, Wallace. Little touch outside to Jamo. Those two have linked up so well in the games I've seen this year. As Jamo floats that one into the box. It's just over the head of Kim. Ronaldo though hustling to break it up. Rivers get the ball back here. Hooper in a lot of room out here on the right if they can get the ball over to him. Instead Hennessy wins it in the middle. A loose one there from Hennessy, but it's going to get called back for a free kick for TSS as Rivers gets set to make another substitution here in the 68th minute. And Dylan Pow, the man making way, another great defensive performance from the Englishman. And we'll see who it is coming on here for Rivers. Looks like it's Domenico Comita.
Rivers FC substitution. Coming out of the game for Rivers FC, number 8, Dylan Pow. Now entering the field, number 4, Domenico Comita.
Rovers win it back. Hennessy looking for the free kick there. Referee saying play on though, and Kim now brings it up the other end here. Plays this through for Jamo. Adams quickly off his line. Had to put the jets on to get there, and also had to put the brakes on to save him carrying that out of the box as well. But no harm done for the Rovers in the end. As he touches it forward to Habibullah. Jones now. Thought about playing it out to Dillon. Turns the other way instead. Mejia gets that taken off his feet. Wallace now powering forward here for Rivers. Out to Hooper. Hooper tries to knock it past Proctor, but the big left back gets his foot in to turn that one away as we get our second half a water break. And while the players go off, League 1 BC would like to acknowledge the following league partners. CIBC, the lead partner for Canada Soccer, the Canadian Premier League and League 1. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. The Cruyff Institute, educating athletes, sport and business professionals to become leaders in sport management. Derby Star, the official ball of the Canadian Premier League, the preferred match ball for League 1. Macron, work hard, play harder. Vibrant Performance, Canada's most trusted brand for automotive race parts and accessories. The Canadian Premier League, where Canadian soccer takes flight. One Soccer, it's the home of soccer in Canada. Join the movement and watch national team matches and every CPL game from any device. And BC Soccer, encouraging us all to play, inspire and unite. As the players come back out, I will have a quick water break of my own. We'll be back with you in a few seconds here on the League 1 BC YouTube channel. And the water break is over and the action set to get back underway. It has been a tremendous game between these two sides. TSS lead 4-2. There's been a couple of cracking goals in this as well. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch these back. If you have seen it, put it back and watch them again at the end of it. Rivers just now trying to get back into it. Kim with a long throw. To front of the box, flicked on by DeSantis, but cleared by Eric Edwardson. Hooper tries to flick that back to Jamal. Kim again, inside now to Wallace. Rivers getting some good room out there. Can they turn this possession into a goal and reduce the deficit once more to make it a one-goal game? Hooper, he's certainly the man that could do that. Gets away from Zohar, sends a good ball in onto the header. Ryan Lewis, he can't direct that on target though, and that just goes behind Connor Adams' goal. But Rivers again pushing hard here, trying to get themselves back into this game. It was a 5-1 meeting between these two teams, as I mentioned, back on June 28th. Habibullah brings that down. Jones, beautiful through ball to Mejia. He just overran that though, and Rafael Vlad showing ninja-like qualities to come off his line there. Denying the Colombian. But a beautiful flick again from Kyle Jones. Kamito. He's got fresh legs out there for Rivers, but it's given up by the home side. And it's given up there by Proctor as, again, good hustling play there from DeAndrea. Breaks it up. Hooper knocks it past Proctor, who goes in heavy and gets a kick to the face for his trouble. He was the fouler though. It's just pure accidental there from Dylan Hooper. And the yellow card is also going to come out when Kean Proctor comes to here. And there indeed is the yellow card to Cian Proctor. Last week in the TSS game, the altitude goalkeeper broke his leg and got sent off with a red card. So these referees, ruthless.
Yellow card caution given in the 74th minute to number 22, Cian
accurate.
Proctor of TSS Rovers.
And Proctor having to go over to the sidelines here, I think, just for a little check that he is okay, just with it being a head knock. You have to be safe rather than sorry. Getting checked out there by the medical staff.
Free kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, Campbell and Company Accounting. Rivers FC, free kick.
Hagan Kim going to whip this free kick in. Low one this time from Kim. Falls to DeAndre on the edge of the box, blocked by Habibullah. This is going to be a quick break now for the Rovers. Mejia, he's got Habibullah streaking forward, but what recovery play there from Kim. Hooper calling for the ball out wide. He's in acres of room, as he has been for a lot of this half on this right side, and Rivers just have been unable to find him. This time the ball does come over looking for him. Keeps it in. Nice touch inside. Played inside now to Justin Wallace. Zohar, though, back. Oh, it's in front of goal to Jamo, who gets the shot in. It's blocked. Comes back to Hooper, who swipes at that one. It's high and over there from Rivers. Really thought Jamo was going to get on the score sheet there. Adams with a goal kick into the last 15 minutes here at Hillside Stadium. The Rovers are less than 15 minutes away from clinching the 2024 regular season title and confirming their spot in next year's Canadian Championship, as Habibullah brought down there, and the card coming out. Is that a second yellow? I thought Ferguson had possibly been booked in the first half, but maybe my imagination there. Either way, he does get one booking just now. And the Rovers are going to get a free kick 30 yards from goal. And this is Kyle Jones territory. We've seen him score a couple of bangers from here over the years in all levels for SFU, for Metro Ford and for TSS. Three-man wall for Vlad. Instead, Zohar chips it into the far post, and Edwardson making the run. Really thought that was going to be Jones hitting that all day long. Maybe Rivers did as well, and that is why they mixed it up. Ronaldo now. Good ball forward there by Ferguson. It's a foot race between Jamo and Dillon. And a nice little knock out there from Dillon. Rivers keen to get on with it quickly. They'll leave it now, though. Send numbers up the pitch here.
This Rivers FC corner kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, Visual Sign. Rivers FC corner kick.
Rinaldi over to take this one. Back in the 6-yard box, flying in again is DeSantis. It's bouncing about, it's turned goalwards there by Lewis, and no one can get the ball out there. Now TSS do, and it's Mejia tussling away there with Kim, and Kim gets the better of that. As another great opportunity for Rivers. Going a begging there. They are getting closer and closer as the ball played in for Hooper. Zohar coming back to break that one up. He can't clear it fully though, and a fortunate deflection into the path of Kyle Jones. Ferguson wins a free kick as well after Jones cutting me off. Jones can't believe it. He says, I'm half the size of him, how can I have blocked him? Still protesting his innocence, Kyle Jones. Don't think the referee's going to change his mind, Kyle. I would just move away.
Free kick brought to you by our bronze sponsor, Grant Thornton Accounting. Rivers FC, free kick.
Kim, another good delivery to DeSantis at the back, and a good save at his near post from Adams. Turning that around his post. As Rivers turn up the heat as if it wasn't hot enough here in Kamloops this evening.
This Rivers FC corner kick brought to you by our champion level sponsor, CML Properties. Rivers FC
Kim again over the set piece. In swinger, it's bouncing about, cleared by De Paulo, who I've just noticed has come on for TSS. Dominic De Paulo, the number 21. Wallace, nice little cut inside, sends it in, bounces off DeSantis. He didn't know where the ball was. That could have gone anywhere, but to the relief of TSS and the agony of Rivers, it didn't go in the back of the net. They're still pushing hard though as DeSantis goes down in the box, but the decision goes against him. I thought there was a little foul on DeSantis there, I've got to say. No VAR, thankfully, in League One. And DeSantis can't believe, I think, that decision's gone against him there, and I've got to be honest, neither can I. Here go Rivers again. Ryan Lewis, flag up. Must have come back from an offside position there because he was certainly onside when he received the ball.
Reminder that Rivers FC next home game is this Saturday, July 20th.
One game of the regular season left for both of these sides. Rivers hosting the Whitecaps next Saturday, and what is still a very crucial game because playoff positioning is very much in play right now. Harbourside have 2 games left as well. I'll come to that shortly as here go the Rovers again. De Paulo to Mejia at the edge of the box, touch inside. Mejia can't get the shot off. Good defensive play. Rovers though keeping it alive. Habibullah, he could have had a hat trick. And Ronaldo breaks it up, plays it out to Wallace. This has been a very entertaining match. Hope you have enjoyed the action wherever you're watching this one from. And it's not over yet. I feel there's at least another goal, maybe 2 in this game. Jones gets that one taken off him by DeAndrea. Still pound forward. Nice little through ball for Kim. It's a tug by. That's surely going to be a penalty. And it is. Referee Wiseman pointing to the spot. Josh Tomei tugging Kim there. No doubt about that one. Silly challenge in the box there from Tomei. And it gives Rivers the chance to reduce the deficit. And Hagan Kim is the man with the ball in his hand, looking to get his second of the season. He scored in the very first game of the year. Can he get it in the penultimate game?
Taking the penalty for Rivers FC, number 2, Hagan Kim.
It's Kim against Adams. Referee just making sure everything is in order here. The Rivers fans in front, ready to go crazy with their flags. It's a long run up from Kim. Little shuffle. Oh, and he hits it off the post. And it's cleared off the line by Proctor, the follow-up as well. That was a horrible penalty by Hagen Kim, we've got to say, but it looks like it's going to get retaken. I think Adams is adjudged to have moved off his line there by the assistant referee. He can't believe it. I'd need to see that one back myself because it's impossible to tell from up here, but Adams going over to speak to the assistant referee. I don't think she's going to change her mind. And Rivers will get a second bite of the cherry here. Or will they? In fact, no, they won't, because they have changed their mind after Adams' protestations. I've never seen that. A little conflab between the officials, and it's a goal kick to TSS. That is definitely one I will watch back later. And another squandered opportunity by Rivers in this half. They have had their chances. We don't have stats per se. I'll break off here. As this forward to Jones. Tries to head it over Vlad. 5'3", Kyle Jones trying to loop the tall keeper there. Was never really going to happen, but he tried his best. Into the final 4 of regulation time. It's been a highly entertaining game, and I was just saying we don't have the stats, at least not this season. It might be something that comes in the future in League One, but I would love to know the shot count for both these teams, because we are well into the double figures for both. And Rivers will wonder how they only have 2 goals so far to their name. And for TSS as well, they've got 4 on the scoreboard, but they could easily have had 7 or 8, and Masood Habibullah could have had a hat-trick or more in this game, as we're going to get another Rivers substitution here. And I think it's DeAndrea making way. And I want to say it's Dejan Vujovic, the number 21 that has come on.
Rivers FC substitution.
It does look like 21 with my old eyes and these lights.
Now coming on the field for Rivers FC, number 21, Dejan Vujovic.
Played forward for Lewis. That's a heavy coming together there with Tomei, and that's going to bring out a card for Ryan Lewis. Went right through Tomei. No doubt about that one at all.
Yellow card caution given to Rivers FC number 9.
TSS still have a couple of options on the bench if they want to bring them on.
Brought to you by the official law firm of Rivers FC, Forward Law.
Rivers also still have some subs on the bench, so we'll see if there's any more changes as we move into the last 2 minutes here. Rivers now, free kick just inside the TSS half. Time running out fast for them, as is light here at Hillside Stadium. High one into the box. DeSantis knocks it down for Ferguson. He can't get it out of his feet to get the shot off, and it's cleared by TSS.
2 minutes. Injury time. 2 minutes.
And it's going to be 2 minutes. Well, possibly 3 minutes. The board seemed to say 3. The indication we were getting was 2. We're in the last minute now of regulation time. as it looks like that's Anthony Vega that's going to be coming on here for TSS. Long ball forward, it's brought down well by Edwardson. Taking it to the corner flag, just trying to run time out here. They're happy with the 4-2 victory. It's taken off his feet though, and it's a chance now. Wallace will play that forward. Up the line for Jameau. He's got Dillon in front of him. Tomei chasing back. Nice ball inside from Jameau to Hooper. Cuts to the outside. Draws it back to the inside. Runs out of room and closed down well by Hennessy. And Hennessy does enough to put off Justin Wallace. And that one is going to run behind. And Masood Habibullah making way here for the number 15, Anthony Vega.
TSS substitution coming out of the game for TSS Rovers, number 9, Masood Habibullah. Now coming into the game for TSS Rovers, number 15, Anthony Vega.
Rivers break it up. Wallace now. And Mahia over, doing a good defensive job to boot that into touch. Heavy challenge there, but a fair one by Wallace on Hennessy. Wallace floats into the back of the box. No takers there for Rivers. Another chance goes a-begging for the home side. And we are in the death throes of this one now. TSS just moments away from achieving their first 2 of the 3 goals that they set themselves for this season. We saw a dramatic stoppage time in the women's game where there was 3 goals scored. Are we in for some more drama in this one? Jameau plays it out wide. Hooper cuts inside. Time to pick out the perfect pass. It's cleared by the Rovers. Comes back in. It's headed to the back post. Not on target and just eludes DeSantis, who was running in there. It's been a very good performance by Rivers, and it kind of sums up their season. They've had some really strong performances out there without getting the results that their play has often deserved, but a lot to take from this game for John Antelov's side. As Connor Adams just seeing out the final seconds here. All eyes on referee Wiseman. Still playing on though, and now Mahia tries to chase this one down, and Vlad out with the big boot forward. And it's a little bit of a foot race outside, giveaway by Dillon. Jameau still Rivers pushing, trying to get something in the death throes of this game. Jameau turns Zohar, gets this shot in. Flag up, I think, on the far side for offside. And that could be the last action of a thriller at Hillside Stadium. All eyes still continue to be on the referee. Connor Adams will just send this one forward. And there is the final whistle. TSS Rovers are your 2024 League 1 BC regular season champions, and they have officially booked their berth in the 2025 Canadian Championship. with a 4-2 victory here over Rivers. They opened the scoring. Ali Zohar with an Olympico 10 minutes in. Ryan Lewis tied it up in the 33rd minute. Masood Habibullah made it 6 in 4 games in the 43rd before Elijah DeSantis tied it up once again into first half stoppage time. The second half, 2 goals in a 5-minute spell right at the start. Michael Hennessy in the 48th. And then an own goal in the 53rd. Did the damage. Rivers had their chances. They couldn't take it. And it finishes here at Hillside. Rivers 2, TSS Rovers 4. I've been Michael McCall. Thank you for spending your Sunday with us. Thank you for supporting League 1 BC. We'll be back on the pitch soon. And until next time, thanks for watching and congratulations, TSS Rovers, your League 1 BC regular season champs.
So it's my assumption I'm really of the junction.